Hi. It's been a while since the last time I made one of these things, and I wanted to touch base. I wanted to share some things that I'm going through that maybe will help others because so many of you have shared so much out there, and I love it because it gets me to do this. It's not something I always like to be in front of a camera, um, but I do love to share my stories just like everyone else so that we can all be triggered if we need to be, or something connects in that is expressed in a way that makes sense where you couldn't find the words for yourself, those kinds of things. But I just wanted to get back with you, and I've been off grid for about a month and a half pretty much, and it's been wonderful. It's always um, doing universal work and serving the universe. I really have started to. This is what's fun about it is that in my little travels or when I'm out there in the world, just sprinkling the fairy dust wherever it goes. Um, I've been trying to figure out, well, how do I tell someone if they ask me what do I do, what is it that whatever, because people still love to ask that question. And so I've been answering, I work with the universe. I said, what that means, I serve in that way. And it's feeling so comfortable now. Whereas it might feel really weird to somebody else hearing it, but in the truth, that's what we're doing. And so I'm finally owning it, and I'm proud of it, and I'm happy about it. In my highest aspect, my divine self, who speaks at this moment, is saying, she's thrilled that we can just be all that we are. And so um, there were a few things I wanted to share. Actually, today has been a very strange day for me. I'd say the last 2 weeks, a lot of people have been talking about this, the solar plexus or the stomach stuff and the nausea. I've definitely had that. Today, this morning, it was really different. It was so deep and it was sharp and it was I'm still not sure exactly. Even as I speak it, I can feel it right here. um, it's like it's like if there was psychic surgery going on and there was this very long rod that was going to the deepest aspect of the stomach, or the well as I look at it, and it's at the bottom of that well, and it's scooping up very precisely the last bit that needs to be brought back up to the surface. And yet it's sharp in some ways, and it's very pinpointed, but there's no emotion involved with it. So it's not frightening, or all I could say, it's weird. It's just weird. I feel it there. I feel as if it's, and maybe it's just how I'm being worked on. I don't know, but today especially, it's like digging up the rest of whatever is no longer serving. And yes, it's part of me, absolutely. But a lot of times, the universe works through me, just like many of you have different ways it works through you. It physically works through me, and I've gotten to understand and know when it's my stuff, which I'm always honor and look at first, go within for that always. But this is something big. This is huge. This is something um, I don't even know how to express it, except for that even to walk outside, it got really stronger. I was really not meant, they don't want me out. The universe is saying, stay home. Um, and whatever this is hitting it. It's something that's unexpected. It's hitting home for many, and home could be whatever you want to put to that. Um, the messages are very, very strong in that way. And I'm speaking um, on a universal level of just paying attention. So, you know, I'm paying attention. This is strong. I mean, I went out today, I had to go out to the bank to pay my mortgage, basic 3D stuff we still got to do. And I was I could feel my anger. And I don't even know if it was anger, frustration. So many words, but I was just irritated by everything, by the people driving. They were too slow. They were this, they were that. And I could feel all of my aspects like fighting within themselves, saying, wah, I just don't like this anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. Other parts of me saying, all right, what is this shit going down? What's, trying to be logical, just all these different aspects, and then finally, my divine self, who speaks now to you all, is saying, just slow down, just let it happen, just be with it, go with the flow with it, reminding us always that whatever this is, it's moving through its passing. And as I'm speaking, it's even coming up into the high heart area, and it's just really intense, and yet it's wonderful as well. But I guess my point to say that is that it's once again being the observer, and to become very comfortable with being the observer. As we're in this 3D world, we still have to function in it and all of those good things. The physical does that well, has learned well with this as best as possible, but it's the aspects of the other mental, emotional, ethereal aspects of ourselves, our divine aspect of ourselves, who step in and integrate now and ask them to anchor in now, so that we move through this easier. Because even for those like myself who understand what's happening, it's still not fun. It's not comfortable, and yet it's all absolutely phenomenal. And I'm just thrilled that we are here. Many of us are here to witness what we are going through in this personal moment to moment time. So in this moment, this expression that's happening within my body is saying something huge, something big, something unexpected is coming, and we're all preparing for it. We all have been preparing for it. Even if we don't even know we've been preparing for it, we have. And that it's very, very pinpointed. So it might mean, who knows, many things. For each person, we are all moving through at different moments to the same place, but not all at the same time in this time frame. So maybe that just means it's being pinpointed to each one of us is going to be feeling this for wherever it is that's most vulnerable is going to be exposed. And my vulnerabilities have always been within my solar plexus and my throat. And even my throat, I have been feeling it's been closed. I like to sing, and just for fun for me, and I can feel straining that, and I've been working on just the throat chakra. So I don't know if anybody else out there is experiencing what I'm sharing, and if you are, please, make a note, let me know. I'd love to know what's going on out there as well, and subscribe and like if you like this, whatever. But mostly, if what I'm saying connects in with you, that brings me joy. So So definitely get to know your observer, become the observer most of your time, um, because that is the space of your highest, best vibrational aspect of moving through this 3D while we're still here, if that makes any sense to you. And you can see my tree behind me. That's my backyard. That's my beautiful little tree. That's usually where I sit when I make these videos. I'm trying something different just because its quality is easier to work with, and I don't have to hold the phone. um, but that's my tree, and she speaks loudly, and she says hi to you as well. She's very connected and very happy. So every once in a while, I see things flying through. It's fun. Um, Anyways, get back on track there, Michelle. Um, so being the observer, when you're in that place, you can be in your joy. You can laugh at the situation. I mean, I don't know about you. This is I guess I'm going all over the place, but today has been a very interesting, weird, kind of strange day in regards to how I'm feeling, and the fact that every time I go outside, it gets stronger. So it's like I don't want to be out there. I'm being told not to be out there and to stay inside today, and to always trust that within yourselves. If something is coming up and it's just saying something's not right, something's off, sit with yourself. Just sit with yourself. Take a breath, a few breaths, and check in. And see. Okay, this is a good message. Let me see what I should move through this. Is it too big of a rock today? I can move slower. I can stop for a minute. You know, um, be your own best friend, your bestest friend in the whole world to yourself. Be loving to you. This is what I have found that at least the past 3 weeks have been a little more of a lull to, even though it's been intense energy, it's also been for us to kind of step away for a minute and take it all in and integrate. Uh, and some people will listen to that, some won't, and some are not supposed to do that. So we're all different. But for me, and I'm still tired, I still feel tired and yet exhilarated at the same time. That has not changed. My sleep is different, of course, like everybody else. But all of a sudden, it just feels like within this day that everything has sped up even more. And we are ready. And if you don't feel you are, then get yourself ready. Prepare for just being able to be at your best self. We need you to be strong. We need you to be anchored. We need you to shine your light. Be out there, even if it's uncomfortable. We need you. And even though I'm inside today and I'm being told to be inside today, I'm talking to you. So there's something about that. And all of a sudden, my legs are shaking and stuff. I'm bouncing. I see myself going, oh, it's just such a fun time. Anyways, I don't know if any of you feel this way, but there are times when I am just, I'll be just standing there in a daze, not knowing what to do, and I'm observing myself doing that, and as the observer, I can't even say what to do because I'm in the daze as well. And it's like we're being glitched. I tried making this video a couple times and it was glitching every time I talked about it. So I think that's definitely true, that we're in transition and we're in glitches. So sometimes I will stand, and who knows how long I'm standing there for, because we're so multi-diverse. We're all there multidimensional. Um, and so I could have been standing there longer and not even been aware that I was standing there. But I will stand there sometimes and I'll move like I'm a robot, or I'll move like something else is moving, and my mind is somewhere else, and yet I see it all at the same time. So it's just showing you how multidimensional we are, just being able to do that. And that in itself is really cool, but it's also weird and not always sure what to do with it. So if you're feeling that way too, welcome to the club. um, so it's fun, and yet I guess my point is, even with this weird experience of what's going on at my solar plexus and it's moving, and now it feels much better, and maybe it's because I've expressed it to you. that it So thank you for, if you do listen, thank you. um, or if this is just for me, and I thank myself for just saying it out loud. um, oh, it's so silly, so silly. So, and that's it. I think that's part of it. Okay, thank you. I'm getting some information now. I think Lukey just came in and said, don't forget to tell them to have fun. So so even in these crazy, crazy times, be in your joy as best you can. I mean, there's a lot of things that we feel for others that are going through times that are not easy. And as the observer, you can be there. You don't have to attach to it, but you can be there and as an observer, and be the best loving self, to and give that love, because that's what we do. Be what we do. Be what we are in those moments. But always have a place of joy. Express. Right now, okay. I am I am expressing to you, this is the time for doing all those things that you wanted to do that you said you didn't have time for. Well, do them right now. I have to tell myself and to do that all the time. I'll have something I'm drawing, and I don't draw really, but something I'm coloring, and I'll be halfway through it, and then I'll look at it, and I go back to, I'm halfway through a book, or I'm halfway this. Finish those things that you really want, that are your heart sings for. Put some time into those. Have fun with the things that bring you joy. Sing, dance, express, however, play an instrument, just if exercising or playing tennis, that's something I want to get back into, is hitting balls. It's good for my upper strength, but it just feels good. The movement feels good. Do the things that make you feel good. No more procrastinating. No more of that. It just doesn't serve us. It doesn't serve you. Serve what's best for you. I have a song that I love to sing, and I've been singing it, a lot since He. I started singing it to the Sasquatch when I was there. But it's If I Had a Hammer. That's my song. Find your song, whatever that is, and just sing it as you're walking around the house, or allow whatever comes in and sing whatever that is. Let spirit move through you in its most highest, best place. And the best time that it loves to do that is when we're in joy, when we're smiling, when we feel, even when it's weird. Laugh, because it is weird. It's weird and awesome and exciting and screwed up and all of those things. But we get to be and choose any part of that we want to be a part of. We get to do that. And it's so cool, because that's, I think, the most newest observation for me, is that, because I love Mother Nature, I love Gaia. That's why I'm here. I love humankind. That's why I'm here. But now, understanding and remembering my multi-dimensional self, even the chaos and the craziness and the ugliness and all of that, our choices, and I choose to just have fun and enjoy the beauty of all the color that's coming back into our world. You know, the bluest skies, the greenest lawns and leaves. Well, now they're changing where you are. You know, it doesn't change here in Arizona unless you go up into the mountains, but we're still green here, as you see in my backyard. Um, but we're getting ready to, our fruit is bearing. So we're getting ready for our oranges and our tangelos and the delicious fruit of the cooler times of weather. So it's interesting. Whereas other places, you know, oranges are in the sun in the summer. Well, it's been all in the sun in the sun. Now it's time for it to bear its fruit, and it's delicious. So that's coming soon. But it's just, you know, it's time of everything is revved up. Everything is revved up now. And we have to be ready, you know, and no matter if we're sleeping or not. I sleep. When I sleep, I'm sleeping well. I'm not dreaming, but I am lucid dreaming. I mean, I'll get just little blurps all of a sudden, and the clouds talk to me. I don't. Everybody has their way of how it's expressed. I sometimes get movies in the clouds. That sounds strange, but that's how it works for me sometimes. Or I'll get visions. This is what's interesting. I'll have visions. You know, some of us older people, where there used to be when they would make cartoons, it would be sketches and you'd put them in a book and you flip the book for the movement. Well, that's kind of how I get messages in my third eye, in my dreams, when I'm awake dreams. You know, like sometimes I'll look off and I see my Merkaba spinning and there'll be these pictures. You know, I'll close my eyes and there'll be these pictures, but they're in form like sketches instead of real people movies. And so sometimes I say, I've even said that, you know, give me a little more specific. I can't quite get these sketches sometimes. And I'm squinting a lot. My eyes end up hurting. And I find that my eyes get really tired. It's like I have to put glasses in my observing space to observe what I'm trying to see that they're trying to give me. So it's like geriatric time, maybe. You know, give me bigger pictures. So, anyways, now I'm just being random now. Anyways, I love you all so. I have been, you know, out there on the grid. If you don't hear from me for a while, it's only because I'm out there doing my thing. But you're always with me. I love you all. I feel you. So if you send me anything, I'll get it. You don't have to be through the email because that's kind of like the Pony Express nowadays when we can just zap it 1, 2, 3. And with all the glitches, we don't always get all these videos the way we like them either. So, but have fun. Be good to you. Love everything around you, even if it's not comfortable. Find a place where you can send it back, something that will put out there and pay forward. And I'll talk to you soon. I love you.